All right, brick fans. So we got that train built. It's time to actually like review it and look at it, okay? Because there's some. There, for most off, it was a pretty good set. I will admit I enjoyed quite a bit of this. There was one missing piece, but we had a replacement. So kind of like when, if you remember back when we did the Lumberbricks Cowboy Camp, we had it called for a 1 by 5 in brown. We ended up getting a 1 by 6 in brown, and we had to move some things around to kind of get what we needed. But we were able to fix it, and then Lumen Bricks, they sent me a part to replace it, so it could be factory kind of set there. Well, this is kind of the same thing, except it called for a 1 by 4. Was a 1 by 4 tile modified that has the tile and the two studs on the side. Instead, we had one extra 1 by 4 brick. Same color, just ended up using the 1 by 4 brick. Now, this actually came from AliExpress, and with that being said, there was no box. It came in bags, so just basic, a whole bunch of bags at once. We had this book, and it had the Orbital Adventure. FC1704 is the number. Has a battery pack for an actual engine. I'm not sure if I'm keeping that or not. Depends on how the train's built in the city. I did order some more rails, but it tells you, it breaks everything down by bags. Now, if you want to see how this thing is built, I actually have a video for each one of the bags as far as it's built. They take about an hour, half a bag. So you're looking at about, was that 4.5, maybe 5 hours in total to build this whole thing. And that's not laying like track or anything else. Now the track itself, you do get a lot of it. I think you get 16 curved pieces, 2 straightaways, so it makes it pretty much a gigantic oval. It's okay, but if you don't have a lot of room, that takes up quite a bit of space, which is another reason why I'm trying to figure out how I want to run this train. If I want to keep it on the motor, or if I want to keep just make a track of some curves and stuff from one end to the other, and move it myself. Again, I'm debating on it. I'm trying to figure that part out, but we have a train. I love this train. Now, we do get a lot of extra pieces, so we do get a bunch of tiles and things left over. They're standard. They fit with pretty much any building block scenario, so you can use this to build all sorts of things down the road. You get a couple of these, they're not illegal pieces, but they're the little stud to studs. So, need some extras or you need something to build with, this might be the way to go. Now, overall, the instructions are pretty basic. There's nothing crazy to it. You do have stickers in this set. There are a few stickers that go over multiple parts. I'm trying not to hit this camera, by the way. This is not the easiest setup here for me. Okay, let's start taking a look at the train, and we'll actually start with the front caboose area here. Now, this is the actual motorized section of the train. You do have this motorized piece here. It does have a forward and a backward option. Both sides actually run in tandem to one another, so they actually work. And it uses a plate here that has a hole in it for you to put this in. And then, of course, your train can rock side to side based on that. All in all, it is like a metro train. It does utilize the place where we push the two sides together, and you've got this. Now, the cockpit of this is actually pretty decent, but there is no printing on the actual control. That's something that I felt like we probably should have had. We do get our conductor, and the conductor does not have anything on the back side of the head, just conductor. It's got printing on the body, and it is a flesh-toned, skinned kind of person. So, no yellow people in this. When I did the Bar Weir or the Falgil or the BB Tillabricks, the hardware store, That's the word I'm looking for. It had, 6 minifigs, and all the minifigs were yellow. These are actually in flesh tones, which is kind of interesting because it's not something you normally get, especially for like Lego City. You do get, of course, an easy to remove top here. And I'm going to bring this down. Sorry, I broke my light, and now I'm trying to find a way to fix it. I don't know how well that's going to work, but yeah. So you do get inside here. You get tables with food and chairs. You get this old guy here, and here's the thing: when they plug into their seats, they do not remove easily, and you can see there's some difference. Instead of having the pegs, they're open on the sides, but other than that, they are kind of just their standard minifigs, and they fit with minifigs. So like hair pieces from this will work on other minifigs without any sort of problem. That's something to keep in mind. Now we get this old guy here. I'm gonna put him back in his chair. I'll put him right in there, and I'm gonna put that chair right back in here. Now he's got a pizza and some wine or some water and stuff. It does boast 2 sliding doors on each side. I feel like that's kind of weird. I was trying to debate on what I wanted to do with this, if I was going to keep tables in or make it an actual commuter train where it's just a whole bunch of seats. I haven't gone to buy a bunch of seats online yet. I'm trying to decide on what color I want and what I want to do with it. But this is, I added that up there. This is the front portion of the commuter train. It is technically 6 studs wide, so that makes it a viable train there. Put that there. We'll look at the, we'll look at the very last cart next. Now the last cart, poor thing, I had run this earlier, and you'll see if you go to my shorts, I have a short about it. This poor part of the train here, I tried to run it without supporting the track, and the whole thing came crashing down, hit the floor, and pretty much this whole thing exploded into pieces. But much like the other, you do get another station up here. Interesting, again, no sort of printing on that control tile. That's something, if I go to the mini brick store, I'll probably find like the little Star Wars controls. I'll definitely change that up. In here you get what looks like a TV, but there's nothing on it. Again, I'm deciding on whether I want to keep that way or not, or how I want to change it. But then you get a table with a coffee, some croissants, and then instead of the green chairs, this is, I guess, the highlight part of the train, where you've got a nice purple chair here, and then we've got another minifig. Come here, lady. Of course, you're going to go in there and kick out the table. Yeah, so that's our table here, which is pretty nice. Again, one of the things that I'm looking at is if I really want to keep certain things a certain way. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that if I change something or do something, or I have it for the city, do I want it to be like a nice like train that goes across country, or do I want it to be an actual functional train? And these sorts of things, they play into the build of this when I get done with it. As of right now, this feels more like a luxury train, something that would go over a vast distance from countryside to whatever, from one city to another. And I like it, but if this is for a metro sort of city sort of thing, the vibe doesn't exactly fit. Okay, so we get this lady here. All of them only have one side printing, but Lego compatible pieces, same thing. Close, but not exactly Lego. That is definitely something to keep in mind. They got a good look at the chair in there, and all of the insides. Again, sliding doors on both sides. Kind of weird. That's about to become very weird here in a minute. I'll tell you why. Okay, so we got this one down. Now this one just rolls, has no engine on it, just rolls. And that's something I'm trying to think about if I want to keep that as is, or if I really want to have a motorized thing, or if I want to keep them all rolling. But the rolling wheels are these basic studded in wheels like that. Not too bad. Last cart. This is the most surprising cart. Now this cart actually comes with the electrical hook, which is weird because it seems like that should have gone on the front engine portion. But like I said, if this is a commuter train, that seems kind of weird that we have both a front and a back cockpit, but no I mean, it's supposed to be controls, but it's like I have a front cockpit, a back cockpit. Technically this thing should be able to go one way or the other. It doesn't really feel like a luxury train, but it's still a cool train. So we're going to pop this one off. Now this is the one where I was missing this 1x4 modified. So all I did was I moved this from here to here, and then I had one plate left that I put right there at the end. Now you'll notice something. This has a bed in it. Yeah. This is the one part of the train that's a little odd. Now it has a bed, and the bed actually has a sticker that goes over multiple tiles. Kind of breaks my rule, but you can lift one bed up to see into the other bed, but there's nothing here to peg your person down onto. So if you were to have them on the train just like that, you know, she's going to be way up there, or put her, you know, down here on this bed. You could do that, and you could set it, you know, plug that back in, kind of like that, set it there. It's a bunk bed, but it's a little short. A little short in my opinion. Now you do have this nice, get out of there, lady. And put her back on the platform. She won't get out because of the bed. Yeah, this part's a little cramped. For a little bedroom sort of bed thing, it's a little cramped in my opinion. You do have a nice vanity area here. So you've got like a makeup brush kit. You get a vanity sticker that goes across 3 tiles, but interesting enough, that sticker's broken up. You do have a headlight bricks that are used in a way that create kind of a little drawer and space here, and you're using the modified 1x2 modified plates to create kind of drawers here. And then you get another green chair. Not too bad. Overall, we have 3 green chairs. And you know, you've got all this extra stuff in here that makes it feel like it's, I don't know, makes it feel kind of odd because it's almost too much. It's a bedroom on a train. Now, do I dislike that? No, I think it's kind of cool. But again, for what I am doing for my city, it doesn't exactly fit. And I think that's where I would love to see what the original Lego train kit looks like, because I wonder how that's going to be different than what we're getting here. Now, the last little bit of stuff that we do get this kind of station here. I'm going to turn that just a little bit so we can see just a little bit more. There we go. So we do get this station, and the station is, it's kind of a cool point. I like it, but there are some needs rebuild wise for it. Now, I'll go ahead and say this ticket booth, I'm going to go and pop that out. This ticket booth is truly a highlight. Much like we did the tram ticket booth, this is kind of the same. You got, you know, a tile that's got a label on it for the screen, yes, no, what services. You've got a cheese wedge that has buttons on it, and then one on the bottom that's got, you know, your ticket printing and all that. Pretty cool stuff. You got a welcome to our city, and then time to travel sign. We get a mock-up camera using a snot brick, a cheese wedge, a 1x2 clear plate, and then a plate with a clip on it, and then using the 1x1 plate with pin, we're able to create this. Now this thing is hinged, and what I find interesting is you can hinge it up, you can hinge it down. I was kind of thinking this whole back would hinge up, but it doesn't. And one of the things I think is kind of weird, we could hinge that up, but then we've got these places here that just don't really fit with the rest. You could always lift that up and kind of set it that way. kind of cheat it a little bit here and there just to kind of sell the point. You could always put something on it, and you could get away with having kind of a tilt in that ceiling, which is nice, but I think it's meant to sit down. And it seems kind of weird that it's put together like this, but it's hinged. I don't know. It does kind of make it easy for you to get in there, but I mean, it's already so open as it is. With that, you do have a nice kind of ticket machine thing over here, and then a gate that allows you in or out, which I like. I love the recycling, the compost, and the trash can over here. That's nice. Tree is interesting. It is a little anemic for what we're getting. I have mine plugged down here. It is a little anemic, and it can get in the way easily. But you can also take that, just plug it back there so it stays out of the way. We do have signs up here. We're using stickers, one to the city center. There's one on each side. You got tickets, you got exits, you've got this map to the zoo. There's a lot here. The bench is a little small, and I'm serious in saying that. And that look, it is grossly undersized. So that is something that's going to have to be changed immediately. The other thing that I found is there's some clutch problems with this because it's basically sitting on one row of studs on the back, and the back of this has nothing to support it underneath. So I would probably put something under there just to kind of lift that up and make that part of the build a little bit easier, make it a little bit more secure. The same with these. It's a nice idea that we have this, but then there's nothing there to attach it. We probably should have gotten another one of these bars like this to attach here, to go here, to finish that up. So when I go to do my rails, to clean this up, I'll be changing that up. All in all, and let's talk about some honesties here. All in all, I got this set for $40. What? Yeah, I got this set for $40 off of AliExpress. I think I had some coupons. I used that $40, and we're getting a whole train system with 16, 18 pieces of track and a platform as well. Stickers that are clear vinyl stickers, by the way, so they look decent. They're not junk. And then a motor that has a line-on battery in it that you can hook up to USB to charge. Pretty cool. I mean, all in all, for $40, this is incredibly cheap. You get 4 minifigures. Let's see, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the driver, the lady, another lady, and the old guy. Pretty cool. 3 cars, lots of track, and a platform. This, in my opinion, is worth it. And I say that because, I was looking at one of the trains that Lego had the other day at Target. It was $179. It's a beautiful train. Don't get me wrong. It's got a lot of storytelling, and it's incredible. But Lego would never sell a train like this for $40. Just not going to happen. This sort of set right here would be up in the range of $100. Is it probably stolen plans? Probably. I don't know. But I will say that for someone who has not been able to afford a Lego train, and always wanted one as a kid, and it was one of those I'd ask every year, never got it because at the time they weren't doing Lego trains, and then I grew out of it, and then when it got popular again, the prices skyrocketed. So it's like, this is fulfilling a dream in a way that I never thought I could. This is an affordable way of doing it. AliExpress sometimes has some really good deals, and sometimes it's got some pretty bad deals. This one, for the Orbital Adventure, and it's the blue train, it's worth it. It's a cool train. I'm not gonna admit, or I'm not gonna deny that overall build wise it's okay. There's a few areas that I would change because of clutch power just doesn't seem to fit up, or it doesn't seem to fit quite the way you want it, or like the front with the way that they put the side panels on. Once the train dropped, the thing busted into thousands of pieces, so it doesn't hold up as well as you would think, but just for city run and playing, it holds up fine. And I think that's what we're wanting for a Lego City. Now, I can't put this down the shop because I don't know if I can do it through AliExpress, but I'll see if I can. If I am able to, I'll put the link down in the shop below. Otherwise, just had to kind of search it up. Orbital Adventure Building Set Train AliExpress, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's all I can say about it. I think it's a cool train. Definitely worth the time and effort putting it together. I did enjoy it quite a bit, and I can't wait to incorporate it to the city. Well, I can't wait to get the city put together, clear the space, put the city together, and then incorporate it. So, in time, it's gonna take time. Someone was telling me the other day, Lego City building, it's not a race, it's a marathon. Much like Christianity, not a race, it's a marathon. So just gotta stick with it, give it time. Those small little feats are that's everything to get you there. You know what I mean? All right, well, that's all I got. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Comment down below. What's your favorite part of this train? I really dig that platform quite a bit. I really dig that one. I didn't think that I was going to like it that much, but I do like it a lot. Wouldn't mind building another one, too. Um, Other than that, yeah, the train's pretty good. So you let me know what you like about it, what you don't like. Comment down below. Like this, it lets YouTube know what you like and what I'm making. And hopefully this helps you decide on whether you want to get this train or not if you find it on AliExpress. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey, thank you all for showing up and checking this out. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.